Experience is always a little bit of a tricky word. I think people get a little bit too hung up on it. Damn. Because it's like, what actually is experience? Now, you could go work a job for 20 years and be terrible at it. Technically, that's experience, but is it really valuable to a client that's using that to evaluate whether you can perform for them or not? Maybe not. Or you could be brand new. The flip side, you can be brand new. Never had a client, never worked a job, but you spent a lot of time learning. You've built hundreds of websites or designed hundreds of logos on your own, and you're really good at it. Would that be considered experience? I would say so, and I would say maybe even more valuable than the person who's worked 20 years doing something. So it's a little bit tricky, and I don't think you should get super caught up on it. But the bottom line, how do you get a freelance job with no experience? The answer is pretty simple. You create experience. You don't wait around for someone to give it to you. You go out and create it. So how do you create experience? Well, let's say that you want to be a freelance web developer. There are tons of open source projects out there right now that are desperate for developers to contribute. My favorite example is Shopify, because I just don't think a lot of developers really think about it. But Shopify has an open source theme framework that they built all their themes on, and they're desperate for people to contribute. It says right on their thing, last time I looked at it, they really want people to contribute. So you could probably go over there right now and be able to do that. And then if you go over to Upwork, there's 3,822 Shopify jobs on Upwork right now. So there's a market for this kind of thing. So go contribute to their theme framework and then put that in your bio. Do you think a potential client that wants something done with Shopify would consider that experience or relevant? Hell yeah. And it's not random either. It's direct experience in the exact thing that they want, which is the best kind of experience. All right, so taking another example, let's say that you're a graphic designer. So I'll throw up a picture of the website for Nissan, and you look at it. It's okay. It's not the greatest website in the world, but it's okay. Well, my guess is you could probably come up with something better if you're a good graphic designer. So build out your reinterpretation of Nissan's site and put that in your portfolio. Or Coke or Pepsi or Apple or anybody else. A portfolio is to show potential clients what you're capable of. Nothing says that it has to be filled with client projects. Those are better, and over time put those in there. But when you're just getting started and have no experience, do these reinterpretations so you have something. Something is better than nothing. All right, my final example. Let's say that you're a writer. So search for blogs in the industry that you want to write in. Tech, fashion, business. You really should sort of settle into one, whatever it is. But search for blogs in that industry and find ones with multiple authors. Read through the articles on the site, get a feel for the kind of articles they publish, and then write your own. Take that article, send it to the publication, and just tell them they can have it and publish it for free, use it however they want, but that you are interested in writing for them. That little gesture is something that could help get you in the door and at least get a conversation. If your article is good and they need more writers, there's a good chance that they're going to at least talk to you or give you some sort of trial run. So it's a great way to introduce yourself and show that you have experience without necessarily having had any clients yet. And even if you don't get a trial run or the post published or a talk or whatever, just take the article and put it in your portfolio. Again, having something in your portfolio is better than nothing. So ultimately, my point is you don't have to wait around for someone to give you experience. You can go out and start getting it right now. You just need a little creativity and a little persistence. And the big thing to remember is that experience is really just a shortcut for performance. Clients don't really care how long you've been doing something. It's more just an indicator of whether or not you're going to be able to do what they want done. But ultimately, at the end of the day, what they care about is whether or not you can deliver for them. So if you can find ways to demonstrate that, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah.